Good day. I'm John with the Preview Group, and today we're going to go over the Bothell, Everett, Lake Stevens areas. The data from May of 2025 to May of this last month. This data is as of the 4th of June 2026, and let's get into it. I like to go with median pricing when it comes to sales price and some of the other metrics, just because I like to throw out that top number and that bottom number and just get a good sense of what's really happening in the middle there. And we're in May of 2025, we were at $707,450. This last month, we were at $757,142, which is a difference of 49,692, I believe. We're up 7%, that's good news. That metric. New listings coming to market. So what's your competition? How many other homes out there are for sale? In May of 2025, we had 274. And May of 2026, we had 263. So a little less competition. Good news. Maybe now is the time to market your home when there's a little less competition. Well, let's just keep going through this data and see where it leads us. That's 11 less than 2025 at this period of time. Number of homes for sale. This is important because it's your competition. And if you're buying, it's also nice to have a decent selection. The Bothell, Everett, Lake Stevens area, May 2025, we had 292 homes for sale. And May of 2026, we had 364, which is a difference of 72 homes, if my math is correct. And that's a little more competition out there. So it's kind of tricky. It's always a catch-22 trying to time the market. I always say sell or buy based on your life, where you're at in your life. Don't wait for interest rates or for something to happen outside of yourself. Home ownership is all about the quality of life. You really shouldn't wait for some external factor for you to start living a better quality of life. So that's my take on it. Anyways, there was another plus 72 homes for sale in that time period. And that's different than the new listings because the new listings are what just came on that month. These are carried over from the previous month. Pending sales, May, we had 188. That's in May of 2025 for the Bothell, Everett, and Lake Stevens area. May of 2026, we have 168, less than 20 properties less than last year went pending. So you can interpret that how you want. If you're a mortgage broker, it's bad news. If you're a home buyer, it might be good news. Just depends. Let's move to closed sales. May of 2025, Bothell, Everett, Lake Stevens, we had 152 total closed homes. That means people are moving and it's a done deal. In 2026, we had 144. So less volume, that's another indicator that could go either way. Days on market, this one I feel like is important. And it's really kind of a nerve-wracking time between when you put your house on the market and you get it pending. You're not out of the woods, but at least people aren't coming through your house, and looking at it. If you are occupying your home, you don't have to keep it, pristine and all the cushions fluffed and whatnot and so on. This is, I think, very important for those home sellers out there. May 2025, we had 6 days on market, and it has not changed. 2026, we're still at 6. That's good news if you're a home seller. Probably not great if you're a buyer. Beyond the months of supply, this is kind of a wonky deal for realtors that you really doesn't have much bearing on the consumer, but just for the giggles of the times here, let's go with Bothell, Everett, Lake Stevens area, May of 2025. We got 2.1 months worth of inventory. That is, if we stop selling homes now, we'd have 2 months of inventory left. In 2026, we got two. And so there are a few more houses out there on the market, and that can be a good thing if you're looking to buy a house. Not necessarily if you're looking to sell a house. Percentage of original price, we're at 100% here, and it's about time realtors start getting their pricing proper. Should be able to get 100% of your property value, because you should be able to determine your property value ahead of time. There's enough data out there now that this should no longer be an issue, but for some reason it still is. As you can see, it dips in the holiday seasons, and obviously not a great time to list your house, as you can see, although it's not. It looks like January was the worst time, and that's pretty historically accurate experience. Price per square feet, this is possibly the worst way to determine a price for your home. You should never use this. If a appraiser uses this, I automatically wonder what he's thinking, because it's it doesn't take into account the size of the lot or where the home's located. Is it on a busy road or the power line? But people want to hear it, so we'll put it out there. In Bothell, Everett, Lake Stevens area, in May we had $402, and in May of 2026, this last month, we had 382, the difference of 20. That's good news. Let's say goes depending, and this is a median again. I go with the middle. I don't take the top or bottom. And we were at 8, and in this last month we were at 9. So it took another day to sell to get your house into the pending, and I think we're in the 80% range for pending to close. So that's good news. A lot of people, myself included, don't like having their house active on the market for long periods of time. It gets stale, and the price only has one place to go over time. It's not going to go up. So finally, I like to do this little exercise that we do. It's 10 years ago. If you bought this house 10 years ago in Lake Stevens, Bothell, and Everett area, let's say May of 2020, do the 10-year average, do the monthly data point. Why is it not giving me my 10 years? Oh, there we go. Sales price, median. June, March, May, we're at 296, 225, and that's 2016. 2026, 125,000. So you can see, bought your house 10 years ago, you're doing okay. It was a good decision. And historically, if you go back through the records, that will be the case. 5 years, I think, would be the minimum you should plan on owning your home, but 10 years is a pretty sweet spot, and it just gets better from there. That's about all I got for you today. And if you would like this in your inbox or updated numbers, or if you'd like me to go over the value of your home, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact information is in the description. Have a great Great day.